One of the hardest things about filming these Q&As is finding somewhere to park, like where there's just not going to be like too many people like constantly watching me. So tell me why I've ended up at Bicester Village. Out of all the places in my quiet hometown, I've decided to come to the Bicester Village car park. Am I alright? To be fair, it's actually dead. Like, it is so quiet, kind of tempting to actually go in and do a little bit of mooching about, because Bicester Village is just never quiet. As somebody that lives here, like, you used to be able to come on the evening and it would be quiet, or like you'd avoid it at like certain times of day. It's busy 24/7. Like, it's just an avoidable place at this point. Like, just don't even bother. But we're here. We made it to the car park. As you can see, I'm very chilled today. We've got no makeup on. The hair is in a claw clip. We've got comfy clothes on. The jumper actually says rest day, so that is giving the energy of me today. I'm resting. I'm having a rest day. Although I say that, I'm filming a YouTube video on a rest day. I wouldn't tend to do anything, but I'm actually filming a video. But I just fancied having a little catch up with you guys. Hello, by the way. Welcome back to my channel. I hope you're well. I feel like a lot of my videos at the minute have been about pregnancy, and I'm so sorry, because to be fair, no one's even said anything. It's not like anyone actually cares, but I kind of like didn't want my whole social media to be taken over by pregnancy, but unfortunately it has, and that is just purely because my life is pregnancy right now. Like, everything about my life is revolving around being pregnant, so naturally it's just interpreting a lot into my content. So I thought we'd have a catch up today, little Q&A. I popped a box on my Instagram story and you guys have asked some questions, so I thought we could just sit in the car. We've got a banana matcha and have a little chat. So if they come all the way around and park near me, I'm just going to scream. So I'm going to start with how are you, because that's the question I get the most, which is so kind of you guys. Thank you for always checking in on me, and I hope you guys are also well. I'm good. I'm doing really well. I go through, like, there's sometimes days where I'm like, I can't do this, this is hell, like, I literally can't even cope. And then there's days where I just wake up and I feel great and I'm having a lovely time and I'm thriving and I'm shining. I take every single day as it comes, but on a whole, like, overall, I am really well. I'm loving life, I'm excited, I'm happy, I'm enjoying where I'm at, and I feel like everything's good. Everything is just good. New York City itinerary / restaurant recommendations. I'm not gonna lie, we didn't really eat out. We had the 3 babies with, keep calling them babies. Theo's 5 in January, like, he's not a baby anymore. The 3 kids with us. So we didn't actually really like eat out in restaurants. So I can't really recommend any restaurants. We just did all of the classic, like Raising Cane's, Joe's Pizza, went to a couple of sports bars. What else did we have? We had a Wingstop. We just did like classic, like takeout kind of vibes. Itinerary, what did we do? We just walked a lot. We went with my sister and brother-in-law. There is a vlog on here if you want to have a look at that. But they'd been to New York before, and my brother-in-law is very like good at like planning, so he kind of just planned the whole trip, and we just kind of followed like along with what he wanted to do. We did the Edge, I think it's called the Edge. I was going to say the thing where you look out over New York. I'm pretty sure it's called the Edge. That was good. I'm not usually scared of heights, and I'm not scared of like things like that. Like, I'm usually quite like fine with things like that. I've never been so like, I say never been so nauseous. I have. My pregnancy nausea was a lot worse than that, but like looking out onto there did make me feel a little bit funny. So if you are funny about like heights and stuff, don't waste your money, because you won't like doing it. Like, the floor is glass. It just made me feel really like woozy and a bit weird. So I was just on child duties when we went there, because I couldn't do it. I went to the Edge for a little picture and then I literally ran straight. I was like, no, this is not for me. I didn't like it. We went to Cat's Deli. That was fun. What else did we do? We went to Coney Island. I didn't really ever put 2 and 2 together and like think that Coney Island was in New York. If you've watched the film Uptown Girls, it's in that. It's in a lot of other movies as well, but I knew Coney Island from Uptown Girls. So when I found out we were going there, honestly, I was so excited. Like, that for me was just like everything. Like, seeing that, it was so fun, but it was very expensive. Bagel shops, all the coffee shops. We did the High Line. If you don't like walking, you won't enjoy that. We did the 9/11 Memorial. What's that called again? I don't remember what it's called. Is it just called the 9/11 Memorial? World Trade Center. We went to the World Trade Center. That was like an emotional like one, but it was good. And that's free unless you want to go in the museum. You don't have to pay for that one. What else did we do? You could do the Statue of Liberty. We didn't actually go to the Statue of Liberty. We went to like a park place and saw it from afar. We didn't end up actually like going to the Statue of Liberty, Central Park, shopping. There's so much to do. There is. It's just like being in a city. There is something to do all the time. But yeah, just go and check out my vlog and you'll see what else we got up to. Feels like a lifetime ago. It's so weird. Household budgeting tips. I'm not gonna lie, I am the worst person to ask for money advice. This is me being completely open and honest. Like, I don't think I've ever really spoken about this on YouTube. It's not something that like I feel the need to talk about, but I am the worst with money. Before we bought the house and I was living at home, I was a lot better because I had the house to save for. I wanted to move out. My mum only charged me the tiniest bit of rent. Like, I'm so grateful for how little she used to charge rent. Like, that was so selfless of her, because like she had 4 kids, my mum, and like now I have a house, I can see how much a little bit helps. And the fact that she charged such little rent, like I want to go back and just give her everything. Like, I do feel really bad, but I feel like until you have the house and you're in the position of paying bills yourself, you really don't realise how expensive everything is. But yeah, when I lived at home, obviously I saved for the house, but other than that, I'm not gonna lie guys, I'm not a saver. I'm not a saver. There's some months where I spend all my money, I don't have a penny to my name because like I'm not a saver. Like, I pay my bills, I pay the house, and then the rest of the money I spend on living my best life, whether that be getting Starbucks every day or like going out with my mum every day. Like, I'm a spender, I'm not gonna lie. So I don't really have any tips. It's kind of easy to work out what you're gonna spend every month in terms of bills, mortgage, that kind of thing. But like, I don't know, it's hard to like budget like food shop because you don't know how much you're going to spend one week. Every week is different. Like, it's really hard to budget, but maybe set yourself up, if you're really like strict on it, set yourself up a spreadsheet and just put your outgoings each month. There's a girl on TikTok actually, and she's doing this thing called a no buy year or something. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not into that. Like, good for her, she's saving a lot of money. But if you search up on TikTok, no buy year girl, I'm sure her thing will come up, and she's got loads of tips and like how she's budgeting and how she's saving and stuff. Like, she comes up on my For You page every time and I'm just like, that should be me. But it's not. I've got a baby on the way and I've got no money. Literally, I get paid anything and I'm like, woo, let's do something. Like, I'm the worst at money, so yeah, I'm not even gonna attempt to answer that. There's your angel wings necklace from. This is from a shop called Every Jewels. This is actually my second one. I've been through 2 of these because the first one I just wore so much that it went a little bit dirty and rusty, so I'm actually on my second one now. I've also bought it for Emily and Kira because their cat passed away, and I just thought like the angel wings just is like so cute. It's such a good present. It's from Every Jewels. I do have a discount code, Emily622. Save yourself a little bit of money. Will you ever say the name you had for baby boy until you change it? So if you haven't seen my last video, I did a baby names we love but might be using, might not be using, etc. And I mentioned in that we had a name for baby boy and someone used it. I'm not going to say it because if I have a boy next, there's a potential we will use that name, and it's like actually one of my favourite names ever. Oh my god, I had a dream last night that somebody that we know like is pregnant and they're due like 2 weeks before me, and they had the baby and they used the name that we have. So then we had to sit down and be like, are we still going to use it? Like, what do we do? And we decided we're still going to use it. So if anyone uses this name now, we're going to use it. But no, I don't think I'm going to share it. I hate when people do that and they're like, well, I'm not going to tell you just in case. If the next baby's a girl, I'll tell you, but it's a real contender. And also I don't want the people to know that it's them that used the name. I don't mean that in a horrible way, by the way. I mean, like, I don't want them to feel guilty. Not that they would feel guilty, it's their baby, they can do what they want. How many babies would you like, and has having HG put you off at all? Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, it really has. However, I think it's one of those things where you forget. And even now, I feel ill every day, I feel sick every day, I'm sick every day, I'm not well all the time. But when my HG was the worst, between like weeks 6 and 14, I'd say, like, I can't even remember the severity of how I felt. Like, I know I felt bad, I was obviously in the hospital, I couldn't even keep water down, and I remember like feeling like I was going to die, but I don't remember how it actually felt. So in terms of it putting me off, it has put me off because I'm scared, but it hasn't put me off in terms of the fact that like I don't even really remember how I felt. Like, I just know I felt really bad, and of course I would do it again and again and again. Everything that I'm going through right now is going to be worth it for this baby, and as soon as he's here, I'm just going to be like, yeah. Sorry, I haven't learnt from my lesson. We've run out of storage, so the camera's definitely going to have moved. Anyway, I was saying, yeah, it's put me off, but I know I will have more. Like, there's 1,000,000% I'll be having more. I don't know how many I will have. I've always wanted a big family. I've always said I'd have like 4 kids. That still stands. Like, I still would have 4 kids, but also I might have another one. It might be a boy, and I might be like, I've got 2 boys. Like, let's just call it a day. Like, they're going to be best friends. I'm going to have a peaceful-ish life. They can play together, be together, grow up together. Let's leave it as that. Then again, I might think this isn't enough. We need more. When does sickness wear off? Girl, when you find out, let me know, because I'm currently 24 weeks and I'm still being sick all the time. Any holidays coming up or after having a baby? We don't have anything booked. The only thing we've actually like got booked in is Centre Parks for May next year. Me and my family go to Centre Parks all the time. Usually like every year, but I don't think we haven't been this year, and I don't know if we went last year. We must have done. I don't know if we did. I can't remember the last time we went to Centre Parks. It's usually like a yearly thing. Oh no, I don't think we did because my sister's wedding. I can't remember. I don't know when the last time we went was. I think it was actually quite a long time ago. But yeah, no, we've got Centre Parks booked in, but that is it. We're just waiting for the baby to come and see how we get on. Tom doesn't have any holiday left really to like take holiday. That doesn't make sense. Like to go on holiday, he's saving it for when the baby is here. So as soon as his holiday like resets and he gets his entitlement and stuff, then we'll probably look into it. But we're not in a rush to go away. Obviously, I can't wait to take the baby away, but like it's really like the last thing on my mind right now. Are you feeling lonely or down or disconnected? If not, how do you stay so positive? Now this one, I don't know. I wouldn't say I feel lonely. So I'm so lucky that I have got such a big family, and I'm so lucky that I have 3 sisters, and I have my mum, and I have my dad, and I have everybody around me. I've got my friends. But like having 3 sisters and my mum who all work jobs that we can see each other every single day. Like I spend every single day with my family. I'm not joking like when I say that. Like I'm so lucky, and obviously I do my work and I get things done and I try and do things. I genuinely spend every single day with my mum and my sisters and my nieces and my nephews, and I cannot even explain how grateful I am for that. So like feeling lonely, I don't really get a chance to feel lonely. That sounds a bit silly, like get a chance, like you don't ever really want to feel lonely, but I don't have an opportunity to feel lonely because I'm always around people. But in terms of like disconnected, yeah, I would actually say since I've become pregnant, it's really weird. I feel like my whole persona and my whole life has just like completely changed, and I've like entered this different like era of my life. And you know when people say like, oh, I don't want to become just mum, like I want to be me, I want to be Emily, I don't want to be just mum. I can feel that when I have this baby, like I am just going to be mum, like I know it, and I don't even think that's necessarily a bad thing because I've wanted this baby for so long, and like I can't wait to just spend every single minute of every single day with him. But I do feel like really different to my friends now. It sounds really strange, like not all of them. I feel like there's a lot of my friends that live the same kind of life as me, as in being like family people and like being close to their family. I don't know how to say this without like coming across like, I don't know like the right way of saying it. I just feel a bit different now. Like I feel like I can't relate to a lot of people now. Like I don't know, I'm on a completely different path and a different journey, and like I struggle to know what to talk to other people about now because like they're doing things that just are so far out my path, if you know what I mean. Like I know that sounds so weird. Like of course I'm interested in what people are doing and I'm interested in what people have to say, and like, but I don't know, I just feel like I'm quite unrelatable now. Like my whole life, like I said at the start of this video, like is pregnancy now. Like everything revolves around me being pregnant, and I don't know, I just feel like people can't be bothered anymore. Do you know what I mean? In like the simplest form, I feel like people just can't be bothered with me anymore. Do you know what I mean? Because like, I'm on a completely different path to them and they can't relate to me anymore. Does that make sense? I mean, it doesn't really bother me that much because like I said, I've got my family, I've got my closest friends, and I'm living my best life right now. They mainly are baby questions. I'm not gonna lie, so if you don't care about pregnancy, I am sorry, but that is mainly what these questions are all about. Someone said, did you want a girl? I'm having a boy, but I wanted a girl, to be honest. Honestly, no. Well, yeah, of course I wanted a girl, but I equally just as much wanted a boy. It's not I didn't want either of them, like I was happy with either, but me and Tom have always said that the dream would be to have an eldest son. If we're gonna have a son, I would love for him to be the eldest. So like, our dream kind of did come true. Of course I would love a daughter in the future, and if this baby was a girl, I would have been equally as happy. Like, of course I would. But I don't have that feeling of like, I wish you were a girl. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm happy that he's a boy. He's meant to be a boy. Someone said he's scared for giving birth. I am absolutely petrified. I try not to think about it. Like, it's all I think about, but I also try not to think about it. I know he's got to come out, like he has got to come out, but I'm not one of those people that are calm. Like, oh, he has to come out, so like, it's fine. No, I'm petrified. Like, I'm absolutely petrified. My cervix and my placenta are really close together. I may have to have a C-section, which I'm so open to. Like, I'm so fine with that. That doesn't scare me. I don't know if that's weird. Like, should I be scared to have a C-section? I don't know. Is it just as scary as giving birth? Probably. But for some reason, like, I'm a lot more like open to having a C-section, if I'm going to be completely honest with you. Especially now I've been told like it's best for my body and the baby to have a C-section. I'm like incredibly open for that. How to deal with people doing you wrong? The problem with me, I'm like the worst at advice because I'm such a chilled out, like, what will be kind of person. Like, it is what it is, and if you're meant to be in my life, you'll be in my life. Like, I've always been like that, and like I said before, like, I've got such a close family that like I don't have that longing feeling of having friends. Like, I know a lot of people are like, oh, I'd love more friends, or I don't have any friends, or stuff like this, but like, because I have such a good support around me, and like, especially Tom, like, Tom is like my best friend. And growing up through school, I remember people used to say like, never choose your boyfriend over your best friend, and in my mind I used to always think, what? Like, Tom is #1 priority. Like, he's the one that's I'm going to marry. He's the one that I'm going to start a family with. He's the one that's going to be in my future forever. Like, of course I'm going to choose him over like a friendship, if you know what I mean. And I always felt like a crazy girl for thinking that, and I used to think, God, I'm such a crap friend. But actually no, growing up and losing the people I've lost in my life, God, that sounds deep, but like the people that have come and gone and stuff, like, Tom's still here, do you know what I mean? And there's a reason for that, and it's because he's genuinely like my best friend, and the same with like my family. Like, I just don't have that like longing for friends. So if someone does me wrong, like, see ya, do you know what I mean? Like, I literally have no sort of like, I don't get that feeling of like missing people, if you know what I mean. Of course I miss people, and like, it's more like I miss like the memories, if you know what I mean, or I miss like that they were always there to like go to for certain things, or like, I don't know, but I'm such an absent friend anyway, and I think all my friends will be able to like vouch for me for that. Like, you don't need to text me 24/7, like, love you so much, but I don't care what you've had for lunch every day this week. Like, do you know what I mean? If you need me, you know I'm going to be there. If you need to call me, you know I'm going to be there. Like, if you want to see me, you know I'm going to be there. But like, in terms of like texting 24/7, that's just never really been like something that I do. And I think, actually, to be fair, I'm not going to get into it too much, but that has massively been taken advantage of at times, like, big time. I'm not going to get into it, but I just think, like, if someone's going to do you wrong, like, we live on this circle ball. Like, is it really that deep? Just let them go. Like, even if they're like your best friend, like, honestly, life is not worth being stressed, worrying, thinking how you could have handled a situation differently, worrying about how you should have handled the situation. If someone has done you wrong, you either forgive them and move on and just think, life's too short, let's just get over it. Or you think, life's too short, see you later. And I'm a life's too short, see you later kind of person, I'm not going to lie. And I've never ever regretted like letting anyone go. So, just depends what kind of person you are, I guess. I'm not going to lie, guys, they're all pregnancy related questions, and I really don't want to bore you by like constantly just saying about pregnancy questions. I'm going to end this video here. That was quite a random one to end the video on, but I need to go to my nan's now, so I'm going to wrap this up. I hope you have enjoyed. Sorry that wasn't many questions, and sorry that they are, like I said, mainly pregnancy related. There were a lot more on there, but I just don't want to bore you guys. If you're happy with the pregnancy chat, let me know, because that would be great to know. Likewise, if you really are fed up of the pregnancy chat, please let me know and give me some video ideas of what I can do that doesn't involve pregnancy. Cheers to that. Cheers to October. Cheers to a lovely month. It's a beautiful day. I hope you're having a nice weekend, and I will see you very soon for another video. Ciao!